Hi, I'm Maria Ingold. I'm a CTO in video technology, and I'm at Connected Media IP at the NAB Show 2019. And joining me is Gordon Brooks. He's the executive chairman of Zixi. Welcome.
Good morning.
So, how are you finding the NAB Show so far?
It's fantastic. It keeps getting bigger and bigger, and it's an incredibly efficient way to talk to our customers and talk to our partners, and it's just it's kind of one of the core shows that we go to every year that just moves everything forward so much faster than it could be moved forward any other way.
That's great. So, for those who are new to Zixi, can you tell us a bit about you?
Sure, yeah, Zixi's a company that's about 10 years old, and we pioneered the ability to move live and live linear video over the open internet, or on fiber, but do it reliably, do it with 5 nines of reliability, and add a bunch of analytics and capabilities that allow you to do it at scale. So Zixi has over 500 customers in the media space. We have over 50 partners, OEM partners and service partners that provide great interoperability. So if you're using satellite today or fiber today and you want to do an open internet, odds are that the equipment you already have has Zixi already embedded in it. And we're moving some of the most valuable content in the world. It's interesting to see how the industry's changed. So we're 10 years old. We were probably 8 years too early as a company,
yes.
But now there's a huge movement to IP, and so years ago the most valuable content people wouldn't have thought of moving that over the internet. But in 2018, did the Super Bowl, we did the Olympics, we did the World Cup. We're core for Amazon Prime live linear. We've got customers like ABC that have over 1,000 sources live on Zixi, so some real scale and some real valuable content.
That sounds really interesting. Sounds like you're doing stuff for a lot of different customers.
Beg pardon?
It sounds like you're doing stuff for a lot of different customers.
We are, and it's again for there's companies that use us for live events,
yeah.
Like I mentioned with the Super Bowl and things like that. There's also linear programming. So most of the major content providers are using Zixi. Like I said, I talked about NBC, but you can look at what Bloomberg does in a very sophisticated way. So it's really quite broad access. We operate in over 100 countries. So we have in the UK we have BBC and we have Sky, and we're operating pretty much with the major broadcasters in almost every country.
That's great. And you're also helping to set industry standards. Can you talk about what you're doing and why it's important?
Sure, yeah. So we're very focused on standards and have supported standards in the industry for quite a long time. Right now we're very involved in the RIST initiative and helping frame what RIST is, and we're really one of the first.
What is RIST?
So RIST is it's an emerging standard, and it's a recommendation to build a protected protocol to move live and live linear content across the internet, but do it so that you have maximum interoperability. So it can go from any RIST-enabled solution to any other RIST-enabled solution. And we offer it as part of our platform as well, and we've built it on the Zixi protocol stack, which allows you to do some very, very creative things and very, very secure things with RIST that you might not be able to do with the basic protocol, but it's still fully interoperable, and we've done all the interoperability testing. But we're really pushing that forward as a really important standard for the industry. It'll take time, but
they all do.
They
But
do.
It helps to have something standard instead of everybody doing something completely different.
Exactly.
So you're also working with on-prem and cloud-based solutions.
Correct.
How does that differ operationally, and are you using various partnerships to help you get there?
Yeah, so there's a lot of virtualization of workflow going on in the media industry. So, and you can imagine how there's so many different ways a content owner can get their content out. So a lot of people want to bring it up into the cloud. They need to move it across the cloud. They need to provide some media services while they're in the cloud, and then they need to distribute it from the cloud. So the first partner we worked with was AWS and Elemental. So we are the foundational software for Media Connect, which got announced, I guess, November of last year. So you Zixi to get into AWS cloud, to move across the cloud, and for distribution. We've also fully integrated on Azure. So our control plane does full management with Azure. And we have a number of customers on IBM. We have another cloud. We have a number of customers on Google Cloud. But still, a lot of customers want to go on-prem and want to have Zixi on the edge. So we're in data centers, and we're in trucks, and we're in cameras. And so really, however you want to source it and wherever you want to move it, Zixi's capable of doing that.
That's great. Thank you so much for joining us here at Connected Media IP.
Thank you.